Hello and welcome to I Can't Believe It's Not the Mouse, the podcast all about animated movies not made by the mouse. I'm your host, Octaviano, and if I sound a little weird today, it's because my throat's a little sore, and I don't want to say I'm sick necessarily, but I have been coughing. So today, I'm going to talk about something that honestly came out of nowhere. I was not aware of the existence of this thing until it broke out that it leaked out. In fact, this episode is actually running ahead of a couple of other episodes that had already made, because it's just one of those things where it's like, it's so shocking that this thing exists, and I'd rather talk about it while people are still looking at it. And that is the canceled Scooby-Doo movie, Scooby-Doo and Krypto 2.
Hey, before we get this video started, I just want to say thank you for coming on, and if you enjoyed this video, like it, comment below for whatever reason you have, whether it's a question or you just want to give a shout out or just whatever. And if you've been watching a few of my videos, why haven't you subscribed yet? I mean, I'm sure some of you already have, but if you haven't, please consider subscribing. It won't hurt. It will get you more of my content. And if you really want to see some more stuff, ring that bell. Again, thank you for coming on, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
No, I'm not joking. This is an actual thing that was released. I mean, not officially, but yeah, this was something that apparently was canceled during the whole Warner Bros. Canceling a bunch of stuff, because apparently this was supposed to release to tie in with that Krypto Super Pets movie that came out last year. And yeah, it's weird because it's like, and the stuff that they've announced that they were canceled or pulled from release or whatever, this was not one of them. And it just makes you wonder, what else have they kept from us in terms of movies or specials or whatever that were finished, but for whatever reason pulled from release. Okay, not whatever reason, it's tax write-offs. But yeah, so this thing leaked out. The full movie, it's not even just clips, it's not even just like a still or concept art or anything. The full complete movie. So yeah, I could judge it as a full complete movie. And on that level, I say it's perfectly fine. It's not great. It's not something that you have to watch. If you're a fan of DC or Scooby-Doo or both, you'll get a kick out of it. It is a cute little crossover special, but as a full movie, nah. I mean, look, regardless of how you feel, whether you liked it or not, because I know a lot of you have probably already watched it or will watch it because it is going around. This didn't deserve to be canceled in the way it was, especially because it was already finished. They might as well have just released it, gotten whatever sales they got out of it, and be done with it. But yeah, it's not an especially great movie. And I'm not too surprised. I mean, a lot of these Scooby-Doo direct-to-video movies are just okay, if at best. This is slightly above okay. It's not exactly average, but it's a little above that. And yeah, I had a good time with it, but it's not something that I'm gonna really remember outside of the whole this thing was not released to the public thing. Some of the jokes land, some of them are just cute. For the most part, nothing's really all that offensive. I mean, its biggest issue is that it runs a little too long. Like, it's barely a 70-minute movie, but yeah, you could tell that this would probably work better as a double-length episode at best. Like, it should just be a 40-minute special or something like that, because it really does drag on, especially once you realize who's behind it all, and you kind of figure that out right away. But I can't say that I didn't enjoy it. Basically, the whole premise of this one is that the Justice League has gone missing. Lois Lane is trying to figure out why. Jimmy Olsen contacts what he assumes is his old girlfriend, which is Daphne. She even points out, like, we're not actually dating. And the whole gang comes in, and they try to figure out what happened to the Justice League. They go to the Hall of Justice. There's a whole tour that they have there. It turns out that Lex Luthor is trying to buy the place, so he's there too. And eventually there's a lockdown because of some ghosts that are haunting the place. And the Scooby Gang gets trapped in there alongside Lex Luthor. And eventually we find out that also Krypto, the super dog, is there. Hence the name. And from there, it's just like, okay, let's try to figure out what's going on here. There's some colorful characters, like there's a lady who at least she claims she benefits from them being gone because she's like a fast food truck worker. You got a ballet who is tired of the superheroes having weird cars. Just, your typical Scooby-Doo episode. And, the most charming thing about this is just the fact that Lex Luthor is a part of the gang for most of the movie, just because it's like, look, we already know he's a villain. And they do a lot of fun stuff with it. They do acknowledge stuff from the comics, like how he was president at one point, his hatred over Superman, the Legion of Doom, all that stuff. Solomon Grundy gets a few gags in here, too, where they mistake him for the Creeper. And, yeah, you eventually find the Justice League, and all is well. Again, not that surprising. It's your standard Scooby-Doo thing, just with DC coding. There's a lot of DC references in there, like the fast food truck that's in this is called the Challenge of the Super Fries. So, fans of the old cartoon will have a laugh at that. You get your jokes about like the Invisible Jet. Velma at one point removes her glasses right in front of Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen, and they can't tell who she is. So you got your Superman with glasses joke there. All that simple stuff, and for the most part, it is just that. It's just a cute little Scooby-Doo with DC reference a thon, I guess if you want to call it that. Honestly, it's not an entirely complex movie. It's not anything that I could have seen on the big screen, but for what it's worth, it is fun. And like I said before, it really didn't deserve to be canceled, especially because I'm like, and granted, this is a testament to just how bad DC has been for the last decade or so, but I'd much rather watch this over some of the live action movies, just because at least it's cute and short. And on that route, I'm like, if you can find this, go ahead, watch it. If you're not a Scooby-Doo fan or a DC fan, you don't need to look for it. Unless you're the kind of person who loves lost media, then fine, by all means, look it up. But for the most part, this is really just a cute little distraction for anyone who likes either one of them or both of them. Like, I wouldn't rank it even against the Popeye animated movie that leaked out. As incomplete as that was, I was at least like, okay, this is trying to do something really big. This is trying to do something really good. This one, it's just, like I said, it's your standard thing. And that's not necessarily a wrong thing. I mean, I get it. They make, I don't know how many of these Scooby-Doo movies a year. I don't know why anyone would expect them to be consistently great, or let alone great. Every now and then, like, it's just something like, okay, we're making a quick buck, which is, again, fine. It's, you do you with your property. It's just amazing that they have this completed thing that they could have easily put out when that Super Pets movie came out, and chose not to, even though they could have easily made some money off of it. But I don't know. I really don't know what's the mindset at Warner Bros. Right now. Like, I know it's all to save money, but some of these things would have gotten them some money, so I don't know how this works out in any way, but all right. I don't know. This is probably going to be a really short one, just because of, one, how I'm feeling right now, and two, there's not much I can really say. I mean, I feel like I've talked about the whole Warner Bros. Canceling stuff thing before. As a deleted movie, it's not that great. I mean, it's like, you got your fine voice work, you got your fine animation. It's not anything particularly stand out, so it's not like I don't have anything to talk about. It's just that nothing entirely noteworthy. And again, this is just I don't know, maybe I should have waited until I felt a little better, but you know, I don't know if I would have had anything else to say even if I felt better. Um yeah, I mean, the Scooby-Doo movies, I mean, I haven't seen all of them. Uh I know that for like this whole run can owe its thanks to Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Yeah, Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Wasn't the first Scooby-Doo straight to video movie or anything like that, but it was the first time that they tried to seriously reboot the series. Because during like the 80s and 90s they were kind of slowing down on it, and yeah, that one was actually a really solid one. Since then, they've been doing it more and more to a point that I feel like I see like at least 4 to 5 of these every year. I could be wrong, but for the most part, I'm like, you know, some of them are fine, some of them are not so fine. That the character has this longevity is just a testament to how beloved he is. And it's really surprising that it took them this long to do one with DC. And I know that technically they've done one with DC before with the Brave and the Bold, but that was mainly a Batman one with just some other DC characters. And I know they did a Halloween one where they had the Scarecrow as a villain, but to branch out and do like just the Justice League in general, and do one with Krypto, a super dog, it's like, okay, this is kind of surprising. That's kind of neat. I don't know. It kind of feels like when they did the Courage one, where it's like it kind of feels like they should have done this years ago, but now that they have, it's kind of cool. Only it's kind of disappointing with this one, just because, again, you then remember that the only reason why we're able to watch this one is because someone leaked that out, which gives us hope, or at least it gives me hope that we'll someday be able to watch the Batgirl movie that was canceled. Um, Maybe even the Scoob movie that was canceled because there was another Scooby movie. This one was a sort of sequel to the theatrical CG Scooby-Doo movie, but who knows? The only thing I can say is that if you're a Scooby-Doo fan, go ahead. This is another one. You're gonna have your charm. You're gonna find your charm in this. It's gonna be a fine time. If you're a DC fan, again, it's got the cute jokes. It's not special, but look, we've gotten so little from DC over the years that it feels like this is a lot, even though it's not. Beyond that, you don't need to watch it, but if anything, if you're a fan of Lost Media, by all means, go ahead, seek it out. It is not a bad time. Definitely could have been shorter, but for what it's worth, there's no reason this should have been Lost Media to begin with, because it is fully complete. It's, again, like not like the Popeye movie where, that one was, even though it was a full movie, it was a storyboard, so it wasn't even animated. This one, I can't imagine anything needing to be done to put it out on the disc and just sell it. It's just like, why not just do that? It just blows my mind away. Okay, that's probably enough for my health. Yeah, Scooby-Doo and Krypto 2. It's a cute watch if you're a fan of either one or a fan of both. If you're a fan of Lost Media, go ahead, check it out. Otherwise, you can watch anything else. It's not gonna, change the world or anything. Didn't deserve its fate, but I can't say that it's this lost treasure. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Hopefully in better health for myself.
My glasses! I can't see a thing without my glasses.
Thank you for coming on today. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel where you'll see video versions of these podcasts. And if you just want to listen to them, there's always the option of just following the podcast on their various sites, whether it's Spotify, Podbean, or Apple Podcasts. Whatever you choose, I hope you continue enjoying these. And if you want to support me even further than that, there's always the option of Patreon. With Patreon, even just $1 will get your name on the video versions of this and on other videos that I may do outside of these podcasts. A few dollars more gets you some behind the scenes info, and as this continues to grow, you'll find that there's more perks to it. So I hope you consider supporting me through Patreon as well. And in any case, again, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.